G'day, it's Pete here, and I'm back for more action from the World Championships. The Open is finished, the Women's finished, but we are now into the mixed teams and also the seniors teams, and we can jump in and take all the action from here. So what they've been doing is they've played a Swiss teams for the last couple of days in the mixed, and now they've actually played the round of 32 and the round of 16. Both of those were a bit shorter than in the Open. So there's a lot to review. Let's jump in and see what's happened. So in the mixed teams, in the 2-day Swiss, 10 rounds, Nottenbelt won that, with Zadra coming second and Wilson third. And here are the list of all 32 teams that managed to make it. But we've got a lot to go through, so let's jump in and look at the round of 32. So for this, I wanted to jump in and look at Nottenbelt, the Swiss leaders, taking on an Australian team of Thompson. So here, the first question I've got is, what would you lead on this hand? So you've got this great 6-card spade suit. It's gone a club by North. You've overcalled a spade. They've doubled showing hearts. North's bid a no trump and they've repeated spades and they've got to 3 no trumps. So here Burgess elected to lead a top spade. At the Ella table, the auction was relatively similar, but it went 1 club, 2 spades, double, 2 no, pass, 3 no. And here East elected to lead a heart. And now if we open up all the cards, the spades are 3-3 with the queen of spades being in that North hand. And here, West has just 1 entry. So here, the heart lead worked remarkably well in that it went low and they get in with the king of hearts and they get to push a spade through and take down 3 no trumps. So the heart lead worked great. At the other table, after they started with a spade, that stripped West's only spade. So now when they shifted to a heart, they get in, but they can't continue spades here. So this was a game swing in favor of Team Thompson here. And 9 tricks came based on the lead. Do you lead your good 6-card spade suit, or do you actually opt to try and find a partner to get in? Now, leading a spade would be really good if you managed to get back in with clubs or partner never actually got in. Leading a heart or a club works pretty well if you can get your partner in. And here, you don't actually need to start with a heart. A club lead's fine. The issue with the spade is it strips your partner's spade. Now, the declarer has to play on hearts at some point to try and get to their 9 tricks. They've got 2 clubs, they've got 4 diamonds, they've got a heart, but they need more heart tricks. So as long as you don't take away your partner's spade, they're going to get in. They'll be able to lead a spade for you later. And you can beat 3 no trumps, all coming down to that opening lead. So we'll jump in and take a look at the scores. So here in the first stanza of the round of 32, Nottenbelt, the leaders of the Swiss, are actually down 16 imps to Team Thompson. So we'll jump in and look at the second stanza of... here we've got Seeger versus Bros 105. And this is the final board of the round of 32. And Seeger is down by just 2 imps on this board. And you have this board go pass, pass, 1 club. And here South opted for a 3-diamond preempt vulnerable against Not. And that went 3 spades. And North's got this good spade, 6-4 in the majors. They passed and it got passed out. At the other table, the auction went a bit more convoluted, but also ended in 3 spades. But this time it was doubled. So it went pass, pass, a club, which was a Polish club. It's pretty similar to standard, but there are various strong options in it. And here your partner chose to bid 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds along the way. But it went diamond, West bid hearts, which showed spades, so just a transfer. Double showing hearts. They bid a spade, which showed 3-card support, so like partial support. And here partner pushed on to 2 diamonds. They bid to 2 spades. Partner pushed on to 3 diamonds, vulnerable against Not. And they bid to 3 spades. And here North elected to double. Now, one key difference here is who's actually playing this based on the bidding. So here with the transfer, The South's on lead, and that's your void. You've got this great spade suit partners bid, 1 diamond, 2 diamond, 3 diamonds. So here North got in and doubled it. So if we jump to the other table and check out the play. So here's the whole hand. South's actually got 8 diamonds and the ace king of hearts. But here they elect to lead the queen of hearts, which goes over to the king. And they try taking the ace of hearts, which forces West to ruff. And now they play a spade to the queen and ace of spades and run into the bad news of the spade break. And when you run into bad trump splits, often working on a side suit pretty early is pretty reasonable. They stop here while they've got spades in both hands. There's really no point in continuing. North has the 2 best trumps if you did. So they played a club to the ace and went trying to set up clubs and actually ducked this. They managed to guess clubs right and lose to the doubleton king. They didn't put up the queen of clubs there. Declarer now continues another diamond, which gets ruffed, and they draw a trump at this stage. But here, the clubs are all good because of that guess, and they managed to make 3 spades here. So 9 tricks. The other table is doubled, so let's see how this goes for them. So here, it's the other way up, and they actually started with a heart here. And I just wanted to highlight 3 diamonds can be made even on 3 spades doubled can be made even on the diamond lead. So the heart lead didn't cost, but ace of hearts, and now they shift to a diamond, which ruffed. They then tried a low club themselves. And at this stage, they played low, and this forces the king out. So they've also managed to get the clubs right. They finesse the spade, ace of spades. They then go back to diamonds. And when they ruff, 9 tricks and 3 spades doubled to clinch it from 2 imps behind. They took a win. So let's check out the score. And here, Seeger wins 60 to 53, picking up 9 imps on the final board to make it through the round of 32. So we'll take a look at all the matches from the round of 32. So in possibly the biggest upset, Norton Belt got knocked out, lost by 40 imps to Team Thompson. So they managed to go through, Australians through into the round of 16. Value Media team beat Gillis. Crocodile beat Rosenthal. Minotaur over Blackset's win. Donna beat Soul. Wolfson beat Macintosh Fun Club. Formidables over Millens. Texas Sectionet beat Orca in a really close match there, just 6 imps in that one. Wilson beat Fepinandra. Coriandre beat Reason by 46. Heads or Tails over Zaleski, and Edmonds over Serbia. Seeger beating Bros on the final board. Firm beating Dinkin. Bridge 24 over APA Helia. And really close match in this final one with Zadra beating the Aardvarks there. Now into the round of 16. All right, so here we're looking at Coriandre versus Wilson. And here I thought there was this really interesting bidding decision that I want to just talk through. So here, North opens a club and East has this 11 count with 5-5 in the reds. They've got a couple of choices here. At one table, they elected to overcall hearts and then try and bid diamonds. At the other table, they actually went for unusual 2-no trumps, which shows the 2 lowest unbid suits, 5 diamonds, 5 hearts. Now, curiously here, over the unusual 2-no trumps, West with their 7 spades and 4 clubs elected to jump to 4 spades, which to me is like a really aggressive bid. I'm kind of surprised they went for that because it looks like it's kind of a misfitting hand. Your partner's got hearts and diamonds, you've got spades and clubs. 7-4s are great. I often will be bidding game here. But I think this is like quite an aggressive action in what looks kind of like a misfit and potential club sitting over you. What you could consider is your partner has bid unusual 2-no trumps vulnerable against not, which should have a relatively decent hand for it. And I think that's why at the other table they elected just for the 1 heart overcall. Here, West did choose that after it goes 1 heart and 2 diamonds, they appreciated that their partner has a bit of a misfit and they took the low road with the 7-4 shape. Now, partners' black suit cards are just fantastic for you. King Doubleton Spade and the King of Clubs allows you to try and pick up just having 2 diamond losers and a spade. Now, you do have this deep club loser that you have to be careful of. And I think that if the opponents draw trumps straight away, you might be in trouble. They can hold you to 9 tricks on ace of spades, spade lead. But here they lead a club, and you can then ruff there and just ruff your club loser. But here they actually elect to lead the 9 of clubs and not even ruff, and then just go into drawing trumps. So they were effectively taking a roughing finesse there. If the jack was covered, they would trump it. It's not quite a roughing finesse because it didn't hurt for North to cover it, but I think West was pretty confident of where the jack of clubs was. At the other table, here, again, they went for the club lead and roughed a heart and then just trumped this and actually gets 10 tricks this way. So this was a game swing, but I thought it was a really interesting choice of do you go or not. To be fair, in my camp, 7-4s I think are fantastic for bidding game, but I think I probably would have gone the low road on this one and missed this vulnerable game. Tough to find the ace of spades lead to actually beat this. So the score from this one is here pretty close round. Wilson up +4 imps after this stanza. So a few imps flying back and forth. A couple of other choices about do you bid game or not. So a game swing each way on that one. But let's jump into the second stanza of the round of 16. And here we're jumping in and looking at the Formidables versus Texas Sezanek. And here really close at the stage, just a few boards left to go and the Formidables are up a few imps. So here we got an auction where it went 1 club and East overcalled 2 clubs. So here you might be thinking, isn't 2 clubs a Michael's Q bid? Now, a relatively popular treatment over a 1 club opening is actually using the 2 diamond bid as a Michael's bid, and that frees up your 2 club bid just to be natural. And the general point of this is people are starting to play short club or all kinds of things where the club is almost meaningless. So people really want their natural 2 club overcall. So here it went 1 club, 2 clubs, and South has 8 points. They've got like a bit of distribution. And the question is, do you take the sort of aggressive approach and overcall 2 hearts? The other option you might have is a takeout double. Here they opted for 2 hearts. At the other table, it went 1 club and East didn't have the 2 club bid available, it seems, so they passed. South just bid 1 heart and got a 2 heart raise. And here it looks like your singleton club isn't that useful because partners opened a club, so they just took the low road and passed. But back at this table, when it's gone 1 club, 2 clubs, and East has really good clubs, maybe your singleton is actually worth more in this sense because your partner's 1 club might be a bit more frivolous. Anyway, they elected for the aggressive 2 heart approach, and here North, noticing that they have no wasted points in clubs, elected to jump to 4 hearts here. Now, 4 hearts is a pretty good game. It can be made, but there's this singleton king of hearts here, and you've got this 1 club loser. If you misguess the hearts, which you probably will, there's like maybe some clues, but you'll have a heart loser. You're missing the ace of diamonds and the jack, and that jack of diamonds can be pesky. So what it seems like for game to make is it looks like you want West to have either the king of hearts or probably the jack of diamonds and maybe play it like a diamond towards the 10. Now here in the play, it went club and they continued and ruffed. And then they took a heart finesse, which fails. And now when they continue again, they ruff this one high and they draw trumps. And at this stage, they actually played a diamond to the king, which I don't really get why they did that. Maybe they're playing East for like ace jack, doubleton diamond. But the point I don't get even more is when they continued. At this stage, it feels like the best bet for East is that they had doubleton jack. I would be pretty sure that the ace of diamonds is in the West hand. And if you lead the 10, maybe you're just hoping East doesn't cover with the jack. But when they cover here, you have a diamond loser and they're just going down. So to make 4 hearts, you have to guess the singleton king. on this one, which I don't think is particularly reasonable. You might find it if you see that West has the Queen of Clubs and the Ace of Diamonds. But my backup plan would have been to play West for the Jack of Diamonds. At the other table, a club passed a heart, 2 hearts. This made relatively comfortably. They even led a low heart rather than a club because they didn't have the clue about what to lead. And after this, they get their 2 clubs. 1 club, 1 heart. And they drew trumps and played a diamond to the Queen. And when they got in, they took all the spades and now played a diamond to the 10, playing West for the Jack of Diamonds. But this fails and they make 9 tricks. But the score from this match, so here it says 47-14 and that they actually tied 50-50. But if you go to the final results, it was actually 53-50. So in all these spots, the official scores on the websites are correct. Occasionally there can be small inaccuracies in the view graph here. But Texas Cezanek gets through by 3 imps over the Formidable, so really close match there. In the other ones, Value Media team, small win over Team Thompson. Minita had a big win over Crocodile. Donna beat Wolfson. Wilson went down to Coriandre. Edmonds had a big win over Heads or Tails. Firm beat Sieger. And Bridge 24 over Zadra. So that is the round of 16. We are now into the round of 8 of the mixed teams. There are also the results from the seniors. They have just played so they had an 11-match round robin. And now it's going straight into the semi-finals for this. But here, Zimmerman won the Swiss, or the round robin, and Penfolds, Vitus, and Goodman in through to the semi-finals. This is not quite the same Zimmerman team. It's only got Piotr Garris and Pierre Zimmerman as the same players, and Fernando Piedra as captain, and they've got a few others there. So a couple of people that won the Bermuda Bowl now into the seniors semi-finals here. So thanks for watching all the action from the World Championships. We'll be back tomorrow for more.